Properties of determinants. First property, the value of the determinant remains unchanged if its rows or columns are interchanged. In this determinant, we are changing rows into column. 4, 3, minus 1 is now first column, 4, 3, minus 1. Second row is now second column. Third row is now third column. In this way we interchange rows into column. The value of the determinants remains same. Whatever the value is earlier, it will be same after changing the determinant. Symbolically, we represent this one. Determinant of matrix A is equal to determinants of the transpose of A. Now, second property, if all the elements of a row or a column are zeros, then the value of the determinant is 0. In this example, we are observing that all the entry of column 1 is 0. So therefore value of the determinant is 0. Directly you can write its value is 0. Third property, if any two rows or columns are interchanged, the value of the determinant changes its sign only. 4, 3, minus 1, 2, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. So here we are interchanging R1, R2. We are replacing R1 with R2. Now R1 becomes R2 and R2 becomes R1. So in this way, the value of the determinants, numerical value of the determinant remains same, only its sign change. If this value is delta initially, and after applying this operation, its value will be minus delta. So in this way, numerical value remains same, only its sign change. Now, fourth property, if any two rows or columns are identical or proportional, then the value of the determinant is 0. For example, in this determinant, we are observing that C1 and C3 are identical, 1, 3, 5, and C3 is also 1, 3, 5. So C1 and C3 are equal or identical. So that's why value of the determinant is equal to 0. No need to expand. In this situation, write its value direct 0. Similarly, in this determinant, we are observing that R3 is thrice of R1. R1 is 1, 0, 3 and R3 is thrice of this one. So in this situation, we are observing rows are proportional. R3 is thrice of R1. So that's why value of this type of determinant is also equal to 0. Now, fifth property, if each element of a row or a column is multiplied by a constant k, then the value of the determinant gets multiplied by k. One example for this property, in this determinant we are observing that all the elements of R1 is twice of some numbers. 4, 2 into 2, minus 6 is 2 into minus 3, 2 is 2 into 1. So you may take 2 common from this determinant. If it is a matrix, if we are taking common, it should be common from all the elements, but it is not so in case of determinant. If only one row or one column you have common element, then take it common. So this is the original determinant. So it will be twice of the value of the determinant. Sixth property, if to each elements of a row or column of a determinant, the equimultiples of corresponding elements of another row or column are added or subtracted, then the value of the determinant remains same. So it will be more clear to you with this example. This is the determinant and we are adding in R2 by multiplying R1 with 3. R2 is changed, R2 plus thrice of R1. So now R2 is changed. In this situation, R1 and R3 remains same, only R2 change by applying this property. The value of the new determinant is also the same whatever the previous determinant is. If its value is delta, then after operating whatever new determinant we have, its value is also delta. Now seventh property, if sum or all the elements of a row or column of a determinants are expressed as the sum of two or more terms, then the determinant can be expressed as the sum of two or more determinants. We are taking one example for this one. In this determinant, in R1 there are double entry. There are sum of two elements and R2 single elements and R3 single elements. So we can express the determinant as a sum of the two determinants by taking one entry in a first column and second entry, one entry in a first determinant and second entry in a second determinant, and other elements remains as it is in both the determinant. So in this way, one determinant we can express as a sum of a two determinant.